Oh, come on. That hits too hard. Darian? Holy shit, dismissal worked.
Do not hold back.
Retreat is not an option.
I will
On a
resist.
Ruchelet, do the damage we need you to do.
Strike as one.
Out of my sight.
We'll wait for those two idiots to get out. Okay, beautiful.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Retreat.
We march ahead.
You know what? I have a really evil idea. Think.
Can we retreat already?
Oh, wow. These guys are so strong that they still knocked the fuckers, knocked my summon out. Yeah, unfortunately that does have to hit my allies. Have I been fucking petrified? No, I haven't. Good.
We shall overcome.
I mean, it's kind of rude that you can do that every turn. Oh, come on, game. Every turn?
Strike as one.
Like, Samael has to do this fight completely alone.
Attack.
It literally is only Samael who can actually not get hit by it. Or he's able to at least break out of it.
Mind over muscle.
Don't know why I had you attack. That seemed like a very bad idea.
I will see to
I mean, I'm still going to keep doing it, but that's not the point.
Do not hold back.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Our time has come. Our path leads on.
Okay, good. Yeah, we don't need to do anymore. We can just keep going. We don't need to rest again. Paladin Dreams is the best place to go to. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is. Making good progress? Making okay progress.
I will guide us.
The only reason that took so long is because I had the very unlucky nature of none of my people being able to cast a save and throw.
Our path leads
Okay, now we need to get to the... up there, we're golden. Up we go.
Godspeed. Let us press on.
Yep, I just walked all the way. I just made my characters walk the wrong way because I'm an idiot. The half elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns slowly to you. Greetings, Samael. Have you brought me a new story? About a page that may interest you. Look into the page you brought, his voice becoming a bit younger and more energetic. I'm sitting at the top of my tower. In my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine. In my left, a bark-covered notebook. I breathe in the ash floating in the air. The wine leaves the bitter taste of soot on my lips. It's been 100 years since I returned to Golarion from the Abyss. 100 years spent on research, hard work, and rare journeys. I turn the pages of the notebook. The wisdom of the elves, the cunning of the Demon Lord Baphomet are gravid here. It's the description of how the purple crystals from Alushinra works and my own observations of Riftcarver, Demon Lord Deskari's scythe. I know everything written in it by heart, but I keep paging through it all the time. Touching these pages making me hopeful and strengthens my resolve. I have gathered everything I need to connect Golarion with another plane. I'm close to saving the smoldering embers of Golarion, hiding them from the Earthfall. A little bit more, a decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. A cold shiver runs down my spine and I smile. Kinney is trying to get into my tower again. A world of ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left by their owners are there for taking. His objects are not so precious nowadays, but they can fetch a good price in other planes. However, my friends stubbornly continue to try to evade the protective traps of my tower. He got caught, predictable. The tree guards safely entangle Kinney in their branches. You got to go to the third floor of the tower today. Nice try, I smile. I sip my wine and turn the page of my notebook. My friend will have to wait a little while before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. Tell me about Galarian after her fall. The storyteller gulps. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. The few who are still holding on fall deeper into the degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. But my spells are strong and guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled, the riffraff leave the tower in search of easier pickings. I watch them go and feel no mercy. They deserve their fate. They should have fought like me, but they chose the easy path of plunder. Why does Kenny try to get to your tower? Storyteller shrugs and frowns. All this started with an innocent joke when I boasted him that my tower was now the safest place on Galarian, and he decided to prove me wrong. It's been 20 years since then. It's become a very long-running joke. Once every few years, Kenny tries to get into my tower secretly and steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, or the heart of the tower, the purple crystal we got from Alushinra. I play along, truly, every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. Please continue. Kenny takes the goblet from my hand, but is not in a rush to drink it. He would learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets, he says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world. My friend, precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted and the truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs and stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think, when did Kitty and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet. He says I should have opened a rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Galarian. And now it's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too, he thinks. We've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches. They are somewhat fair. I could have tried to save Galarian 100 years ago when Nocticula, my former lady in shadow, upheld her part of the bargain and deciphered Baphomet's note. But instead of still fulfilling the goal I set for myself, I decided to spend a little more time on research and preparation. It will take a year, I told Kenny back then, but after a year I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me, and I still lingered. The storyteller frowns. Still, why are you taking so long to connect the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear even to myself. I seem to have been burned out. I look at people surviving Galarian and I realize I don't want to save them anymore. Who needs a handful of rabble who have forgotten already how to write? Who get by with vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. Oh no, I will see it through sooner or later. It's my life work. Can't just abandon it, but not now. Why is Kenny against opening the portal now? Storyteller frowns. My friend thinks it's too late. That my experiences in merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences merging will have on the plane I chose? What will happen if I merge Galarian with Heaven and Earthfall happens to it too? Before, when Galarian civilizations were still fighting together, we could have overcome surmounted Earthfall consequences. There's no doubt that only war and death await us after merged planes. Can you always support you before? What changed? I have thought about it many times. Over the years he spent in Galarian, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinions became more and more careful. He stopped rushing into any adventure life offered him. He sighs. He got old. We both understood that his life as a half-elf was almost over, and I still have several hundred years to live. We realized that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to, and making plans for the future. Kinney seems distant. Storyteller was silent for a while, subdued in his thoughts. The terrible thing is, I don't feel sad. I accept our parting as a gift. I condemn myself for this, but can do nothing about it. Kinney will leave me, and I will drink a goblet of Worldwound to remember him, and then I'll return to the laboratory to continue my research. My friend has become a stranger to me. Please continue. It happened, what I had been expecting for the last 10 years. When I was ready for, Kinney, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality and stole my research notes. They contained knowledge I gathered over the years from the most dangerous source, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of that knowledge will be lost forever. He didn't even leave a goodbye note, he just left, never to return. I'm standing atop the tower with my goblet in my hand. There is no anger, no sadness in my soul, just doomed emptiness and fatigue. I bring my lips to the wine, but taste nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. I used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes, but now it had become a burden. It dried out like a shriveled orange peel. I inhaled deeply, filling my lungs, and tossed the wine from the goblet. Enter in the laboratory. Open a secret door and take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put out for Kinney. I will finish my life's work and merge the planes, even if there's no longer any point. I can't do otherwise. Storyteller runs a tired hand over his face to try to smile. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. But that is not the end of my story. I know the secrets in my past we are yet to uncover. So let's quickly go through this again. Thank you, and please some of the items I'm carrying. Restore this item for me. The metal in the elf's hands takes the shape of armor plates. The dreamer's blood sizzles on them like a on a red-hot grill, and the essence is absorbed, leaving behind a greyish residue. The relic is called the Stern Hand. That was the name given to it by an owner, a Sokorian witch hunter. The two gloves represent the bond between two beings. People who wear such relics not live for themselves, but die for others. I want to have a look at those gauntlets before I say anything else, do anything else. Kind of useless for us then, because we don't have a companion.
I will prove my worth.
Take this crystal. What do you see? The storyteller takes the crystal and his face becomes twisted with evil rage and a screeching cry bursts from his lips. A bloody stain spread across your chest and the storyteller's vision once again bursts into your mind, just as they did in Kenabres when you brought him the stone chisel. My wings take me higher and higher, stirring storms, but even they could not dispel us. The ball of darkness hanging in front of me. Stupid little maggot. You think you can fly as high as me? My cheeky opponent does not answer, and the wound under my heart continues to gush streams of blood, painting the feathers of my black bolts and dripping into the dark waters of Ishar. There is something wrong with this wound. My strength is dwindling too quickly. This means there is no time to waste. I'll grab her, scrunch her up, cut her with my claws, then throw her to the very bottom of the abyss. Quickly changing the direction of my flight, I rush forward and hit the center of the dark cloud. Where are you? My chest thrusts forward, ready to take any blow, and my claws are cutting through the air, but she's not here. She deceived me. The dark cloud was a fake. Where are you? Her triumphant laughter echoes over the black ocean. So insulting, so insolent and impetuous. Someone catch that laughter. Choke it. You seem to be feeling the storyteller's raging emotions. They fill you with confusion. You shiver and lose your balance. The chaos in your head tangles your thoughts into a dense, confront air. Oh, I failed it by one. Discomforting ball. Who are you? You don't know me. I am the Demon Lord Alifinia, Lady of Harpies, sweet-voiced mistress, and seductive peril. My wings can embrace a mountain, and all the abyss know my name. Who you fighting? That pathetic upstart, Nocticula. She attacked me without warning and wounded me, and now she is hiding in her shadows, thinking she can get away from me. Your pathetic leathery wings can't compare with mine. What are you fighting for? For power, for might, for superiority, for the right to fly over these endless waters, for the right to subdue the unlucky ones of our choosing. One of us will perish, the other will rise and get everything the loser owns, and I will be the one to triumph. How will your fight end? Hero changes voice, his voice changes, and you hear a death rattle. She will win, overpower me, weaken my spirit, and my body will drop into the waters of Ishar. The elf's voice becomes lower and lower, becoming denser and stronger, like a stone that has decided to talk. From now on, I am blood. I set and thicken. I grow firmer, stronger, I crystallize. I grain edges. Power lies dormant in me, and I lie dormant in the dark. Damn, failed another will check. Again with the same sick. So the heavy words, like massive maws, crush your soul into the dark abyss. They lie on your shoulders, pushing you down deeper and deeper. You don't want to breathe or live, you just want to lie down wherever and never wake up. Are you the island of Alinfia, the one Alishinra is built on? Yes, my body became stone, my flesh turned to firmament, and the power hidden in it, make it expand and swell. I am the island and everything hidden within it. I thought the souls of demon lords went to the rift of repose after death. Yes, but not me, the one I used to be. She was supposed to go to a secret place, but somehow stopped her. Someone stopped her, locked her in this body. She didn't want those who fell at her hand to return. She found a way to lock their power in their remains. The power is still there. Where are you? I'm lying on the ground in the depths of my power still laid. I'm asleep waiting for greedy hands to touch me, to gather me up and take my power for their own. What will happen to you next? You will take me out. Your hands will take me out of the cavern, the storyteller's voice calms. This is where the road to the past, the one open to me, ends. It is this very moment, but I see something else, a future, a possible future. Droplets of spittle fly from the old elf's mouth. His speech becomes furious and garbled, his voice trembling with tension. Ah, it hurts. The crystal is so huge. She is implanting it, sewing it into living flesh, my flesh, and it oozes power, soaking my flesh and blood, flowing in my veins. I am rage, I am agony, I am violence made flesh. Fuck me, I'm rolling really shit. Red fog descends before you, something horrible, primal, and bloodthirsty wings in your soul. It drinks your strength greedily, sending pain lacing through your body. The storyteller's voice to try to understand what is trembling. You feel the thirst of blood, the heat that pulses through a warrior before an imminent fight, the pride swelling within the demon that is speaking through the storyteller. That power that he yearns to feel as soon as possible, the duty he intends to embrace with honor. Who are you, and whom do you serve? I'm a humble demon whose name doesn't matter. From now on, everyone will call me Horned Horror. Lady Habsamir will lead me into battle, where I will crush her enemies. No, I will destroy them with my horrifying gauntlet that will rip their pathetic flesh from their meager carcasses. Who is implanting the crystal into you? Mutasafan, that cunning one with snake eyes, one of the fosterlings of the upstart Urului. My mistress Habsamira ordered him to do it. She has many such crystals. I'm not the first or the last to have this done to them. Mutasafan is a weak and mortal spawn, but he improves with practice. You see, I am alive, unlike the pathetic unfortunates who went first. What fight awaits you? We're going to fight Nocticula. That winged upstart has been troubling our Lord Baphomet for too long. Time to remove her from the board. How do you expect to defeat Nocticula in her domain? We have followers in Alushinra. They will strike from the inside, cripple her, drain her blood. And then our army will bring down all of its might given to us by the mysterious, miraculous crystals, and Nocticula and her pathetic servants will fall. Enough, storyteller. Storyteller's vision fades, and with the terrible heat in your heat in your chest, the old elf comes back from his dream and with a helpless sigh. What a horrible vision! I'm completely exhausted. I never experienced to touch the memories of a fallen demon lord who had never found peace in the Rift of Repose. I shared a vision with you again, like when you brought me this chisel in Kenabres. Strange. Could be these two objects connected to each other or to you? The crystals are demon blood. Yes, hardened blood in which the spiritual power of the perished demon lord is sealed. In this case, the power of Alushinra, Alinfia, who was killed in the battle and locked her own remains in this unusual way. So the city is built on Alinfia's corpse. In a manner of speaking, yes. After the spiritual power of Alinfia did not go to the Rift of Repose, Noctilula began to transform her dead body, forcing it to expand and assume a more solid, static form. I can only guess what nightmare this imprisonment was for Alinfia's spiritual essence. Can the stone grant powers? I suppose that it happened as a result of some merging process, after which the unspent power of a demon lord will literally flow into the body of the one who used the stone. What is the Rift of Repose? This is where the souls of a fallen demon lord go. After death, they usually return to their own abyssal realms. But if death finds them again before a year passes, the abyss dumps them into its cemetery. In this stone rift full of fog, the souls of the grand demonical dead turn to stone statues and stand for an eternity, slowly becoming threaded with cracks and gradually falling into ruin. It is a kingdom of decline and decay, and a visit there might serve as a good lesson for those who believe in their own might and deem themselves invincible. Everything is clear to me. Oh, because your son John says, I have a brilliant idea. The stone knife you showed me in the Kenabres. Do you still have it? Can I examine it again? I don't have it. Well, alas. Ah, I do have it, but I don't have it on me. Storyteller, I will be right back.
We march ahead.
We do have the dagger. I just put it in the chest. Make sure I didn't sell it. Should have left it equipped to me so I'd have always had it.
Our path leads on.
I mean, at this point, we may as well also have a what's it called? a rest as well. Make sure we're fit and ready for whatever comes next.
To the far south of Garen, at the very limits of the civilized world, lies the Mwangi Expanse. This land is inhabited by dinosaurs, huge lizards whose every step makes the earth tremble.
I like that one. Tell me another fairy tale, please, please, please.
Remember, if you keep calling them fairy tales, she ain't gonna tell you shit as shit.
I will guide us.
I do wish there was a quick way back to the, what's it called, tower. Okay, let's get ourselves all the way back. What you miss? Just a conversation with the storyteller, really, dude. We are going back to him because there's another conversation I think we can have with him. We're lucky we can go through these portals.
We march ahead.
You wanted to see it again. Frowning, the storyteller stands for a while, holding the knife. Finally, he returns the weapon to you, says heavily, "No question, this knife is made from Nahanjian crystal." "No, not made. This stone is the hardened blood of a Demon Lord, and considering you found it in the square in devastated Kenabres, the blood certainly belonged to Deskari and was shed in battle." Tell me about this previous owner. Touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt in a hurry. A merciful grip, his face contours into an evil grimace. Hunger, my legs bury into the... Oh, okay, we've already read this. Okay, we need to go back to Shamira now.